Hello everyone, it's us again, the team behind the TV channel Days Drama Digest. We're thrilled to be back with another deep dive into the captivating world of Salem, where passions run high, secrets simmer just beneath the surface, and every twist and turn leaves us on the edge of our seats. Today, we're turning our spotlight to the enthralling storylines unfolding in Days of Our Lives next week. If you're a die-hard fan like us, always hungry for the latest drama, intrigue, and heart-wrenching moments, then buckle up. We're about to embark on a journey through the highlights of the week, exploring the emotional roller coasters, shocking revelations, and tense confrontations that will keep you glued to your screens. Salem is never short on surprises, and next week's episodes promise to deliver a whirlwind of emotions that will have you laughing, crying, and gasping in disbelief. Join us as we dissect these pivotal moments, adding layers of detail and drama to paint a vivid picture of what's to come. Whether it's forbidden kisses, family feuds, or shadowy threats lurking in the shadows, we've got all the juicy details to satisfy your curiosity. Let's start with one of the most electrifying romantic entanglements that's been brewing in Salem. For quite some time, the complicated love triangle involving Dimitri, Leo, and Javi. Picture this: the air is thick with tension in a dimly lit room at the Dimitri mansion, where shadows dance across the ornate walls, echoing the turmoil in the characters' hearts. Dimitri, ever the enigmatic and brooding figure with his piercing gaze and a history of manipulative schemes, decides to take matters into his own hands. He's been playing a dangerous game, balancing loyalties and desires, but next week, he surprises Leo in a moment that will send shockwaves through their relationship. Without warning, Dimitri leans in, his breath warm against Leo's skin, and proactively plants a passionate kiss on him. It's not just a peck, it's a full-on, soul-stirring embrace that speaks volumes about Dimitri's pent-up emotions. Leo, caught off guard, his eyes widening in a mix of astonishment and desire, responds with a fervor that hints at the deep connection they've shared. The kiss lingers, charged with electricity, as if time itself has paused in Salem to witness this pivotal moment. But the drama doesn't end there. After this unexpected display of affection, Leo finds himself overwhelmed by a torrent of conflicting feelings. He's torn between the magnetic pull of Dimitri, the man who knows his secrets, his flaws, and still chooses to pursue him, and the budding romance with Javi, who represents stability and genuine warmth in a town rife with deception. Seeking solace and perhaps a bit of clarity, Leo turns to Chad, his trusted confidant who's no stranger to romantic complications himself. In a heartfelt conversation over coffee at the Brady pub, where the aroma of fresh pastries mingles with the weight of unspoken truths, Leo pours out his soul. "Chad, I don't know what to do," Leo might confess, his voice trembling with vulnerability. "Dimitri's kiss. It ignited something in me that I thought was buried. But Javi, he's so kind, so real. How do I choose?" Chad, ever the supportive friend with his own scars from love lost and found, listens intently, offering words of wisdom that only deepen Leo's internal conflict. As the week progresses, the big question looms like a storm cloud over Salem. Will Leo ultimately make a decision that brings bad news to Javi? The stakes are high and the potential for heartbreak is immense. Imagine Javi, oblivious to the kiss but sensing the shift in Leo's demeanor, waiting anxiously for a sign of commitment. Will Leo succumb to the allure of Dimitri's intensity, choosing the path of passion over predictability? Or will he realize that true love lies with Javi, potentially shattering Dimitri's carefully constructed facade? This storyline is a masterclass in dramatic tension, reminding us why Days of Our Lives excels at exploring the complexities of the human heart. Fans will be debating this one for weeks, analyzing every glance and whisper for clues. Shifting gears to another fiery confrontation that's sure to ignite sparks, we turn to the Horton and Kyriakis families, where old wounds and new betrayals collide. Maggie, the matriarch whose strength and grace have held her family together through countless trials, finds herself in a position of righteous indignation. She's discovered the truth about Xander's role in Brady's firing a move that reeks of corporate sabotage and personal vendetta. In a scene set in the elegant living room of the Kyriakis mansion, with sunlight streaming through the windows and casting long shadows that mirror the darkness in their relationship, Maggie confronts Xander head-on. Her voice, usually soft and nurturing, takes on a steely edge as she demands answers. "Xander, how could you? Brady has been through hell and you pull a stunt like this? What were you thinking?" Xander, with his rugged charm and a history of questionable decisions, defends himself vehemently, arguing that it was a business necessity. But the hurt in Maggie's eyes is palpable. This confrontation isn't just about the firing, it's a deeper exploration of trust, loyalty, and the fragile bonds that tie families together in Salem. Meanwhile, on the other side of this emotional divide, Sarah steps in to offer comfort to Brady, a gesture that not only soothes his wounded pride, but also fortifies the budding connection between them. Brady, reeling from the professional blow and the personal implications, finds solace in Sarah's empathetic presence. Perhaps they meet in a quiet park bench overlooking the Salem River, where the gentle lapping of water provides a serene backdrop to their intimate conversation. Sarah, with her compassionate nature and medical background, listens as Brady vents his frustrations. "I feel like everything's falling apart," he might admit, his voice cracking under the strain. Sarah's response, a reassuring touch on his arm. Words of encouragement that highlight his resilience, draws them closer. This moment strengthens their relationship, hinting at a potential romance that's been simmering beneath the surface. In a town where alliances shift like sand, this alliance could be the anchor Brady needs. But it also sets the stage for future conflicts, especially with Xander in the mix. Adding a layer of suspense and danger to the week's narratives is the storyline involving Stephanie and her upcoming book promotion. Steve and Alex, two protective figures in her life with their own histories of facing threats in Salem, voice strong objections to her plans. Their fears are unfounded. They've seen the underbelly of this town, where enemies lurk in the shadows, plotting their next move. In a tense family gathering at the Johnson home, Steve, the seasoned investigator with a no-nonsense demeanor, lays it out plainly as Stephanie. "Promoting this book could put a target on your back. We've got reason to believe someone's watching you, waiting for the perfect moment to strike." Alex echoes this sentiment, his concern etched on his face, drawing from his own experiences with corporate intrigue and personal betrayals. Stephanie, ambitious and determined, pushes back, arguing for her right to share her story. But the air is thick with foreboding. This plotline amps up the drama, transforming a simple book tour into a potential thriller. Who is this mysterious watcher? Is it a past foe seeking revenge or a new antagonist emerging from the woodwork? The uncertainty will have viewers on high alert, questioning every suspicious glance in Salem. Now, let's delve into a cryptic exchange that's bound to pique curiosity. Kat's pointed question to Gwen. But what is it? This seemingly simple line is laden with implications, set against the backdrop of their complicated history. Kat, with her sharp wit and investigative instincts, corners Gwen in a secluded corner of the square, where the bustling crowd fades into the background. Gwen, ever the enigmatic figure with layers of secrets from her time in Salem and beyond, hesitates, her expression a mask of guarded caution. The question hangs in the air like a challenge, probing at something hidden, perhaps an artifact, a secret plan, or a personal revelation that could upend lives. This moment is dramatic in its subtlety, building suspense through unspoken words and tense body language. What is Gwen hiding? How will this revelation ripple through the other storylines? It's these small, intense interactions that make days of our lives so addictive, drawing us into the web of intrigue. Speaking of deception, Dimitri isn't done weaving his tales. In a high-stakes encounter with Rafe, the steadfast detective who's always one step away from uncovering the truth, Dimitri invents an elaborate story to cover his tracks. Imagine the scene in the police station interrogation room, fluorescent lights buzzing overhead, creating an atmosphere of unease. Dimitri, smooth as silk, spins a yarn that's equal parts fiction and misdirection, his eyes never wavering as he feeds Rafe just enough details to deflect suspicion. Rafe, with his keen intuition honed from years on the force, probes deeper. But Dimitri's quick thinking buys him time. This cat-and-mouse game heightens the drama, showcasing Dimitri's cunning and Rafe's determination. Will Rafe see through the lies? Or will Dimitri's fabrication hold long enough to advance his agenda? The tension is palpable, reminding us that in Salem, truth is often a casualty of ambition. On the persuasion front, Kristen steps into the spotlight with her trademark manipulative prowess, this time targeting Sarah. Kristen, the queen of schemes with a wardrobe as sharp as her tongue, convinces Sarah of something pivotal, perhaps alliance against a common enemy, or a reevaluation of her relationships. Their conversation unfolds in the opulent Demera Gardens, where blooming flowers contrast with the thorny words exchanged. "Sarah, darling, you know I'm right," Kristen might purr, her voice dripping with false sincerity. Sarah, initially resistant, finds herself swayed by Kristen's arguments, setting off a chain reaction that could alter alliances in Salem. This development adds depth to both characters, exploring themes of trust and betrayal in a way that's both dramatic and detailed. Brady's concerns take center stage as he expresses them to Rachel's doctor. Rachel, the innocent caught in the crossfire of adult dramas, has been under medical care, and Brady's paternal instincts kick into overdrive. In a sterile doctor's office, surrounded by charts and medical equipment, Brady voices his worries. "Doctor, I'm terrified for her. The stress, the changes, how is this affecting Rachel?" The doctor's responses, measured and professional, offer some reassurance but also underscore the emotional toll on Brady. This scene is heart-wrenching, delving into the vulnerabilities of parenthood amid chaos. Sophia's plea for help from Rachel introduces a youthful subplot full of mischief and determination. Sophia, eager to leave Bayview's, perhaps a facility or institution symbolizing constraint, enlists Rachel's aid. Rachel, I need your help to get out of here, Sophia whispers in a hushed corridor, her eyes wide with desperation. Together, they hatch a plan blending innocence with cunning that could lead to unexpected consequences. This alliance between the young characters injects fresh energy into the show, contrasting with the heavier adult dramas. Gwen's questioning of Kristen flips the script on power dynamics. In a charged encounter, perhaps at a high society event where champagne flows and secrets spill, Gwen demands answers from Kristen. What are you really up to, Kristen? Gwen probes, her tone laced with suspicion. Kristen, unfazed, parries with wit, but the exchange reveals cracks in her armor. This confrontation is a powder keg of drama, promising explosions down the line. Holly's invitation to Ari to join her sorority brings a lighter, yet intriguing, social element. In a vibrant college setting, Holly extends the offer with enthusiasm. Ari, you'd be perfect for our sorority, think of the fun we'd have. Ari's response could shift friendships and rivalries. Meanwhile, Brady confides in Marlena, his mother and a pillar of wisdom. In her cozy office, Brady unburdens himself. Mom, everything's spiraling. I need your advice. Marlena's empathetic guidance strengthens their bond, offering a moment of emotional respite. Maggie, seeking her own counsel, confides in Julie over tea at the Horton home. Julie, Xander's actions. I don't know if I can forgive this, Maggie admits, tears welling. Julie's supportive words provide comfort amid the storm. Sarah, fueled by anger, confronts Xander in an explosive scene. How dare you hurt Brady like that? Their argument, raw and intense, highlights the fractures in their relationship. Jeremy offers Rachel advice, perhaps in a mentor-like role. Rachel, think carefully before you act. His words could influence her decisions profoundly. Jada congratulates Stephanie on her achievements, a positive note in her storyline. Stephanie, you've earned this, congrats. This boosts Stephanie's confidence amid the dangers. Leo pressures Gwen, escalating their dynamic. Gwen, you have to help me sort this out. His insistence adds urgency. Johnny informs Rafe of crucial information, potentially cracking a case. Rafe, you need to know this. Kat attempts a break-in, her stealthy moves building suspense, creeping through shadows. She jimmies a lock, heart pounding. Finally, Chanel confides in Theo, sharing our burdens. Theo, I can't keep this inside anymore. Their bond deepens, providing emotional depth. Those are the stories that will happen next week that we want to share with you. But let's expand further to truly immerse ourselves in the drama. Returning to the love triangle. Consider the backstory. Leo's flamboyant personality has always clashed with Dimitri's intensity, yet their chemistry is undeniable. The kiss isn't just physical, it's a culmination of shared secrets from past schemes. Leo's confiding in Chad reveals layers. Chad, having lost Abigail, understands loss deeply. The decision Leo faces could shatter Javi, who's been a beacon of hope. Maggie's confrontation with Xander digs into their history. Xander's redemption arc tested again. Sarah's comfort to Brady recalls their past romance, reigniting sparks. Steve and Alex's objections stem from real threats. Stephanie's book exposes secrets, inviting danger. Kat's question to Gwen might pertain to a hidden artifact from Gwen's past life in Europe, laden with mystery. Dimitri's story to Rafe could involve alibis for a crime, is charm masking fear. Kristen's convincing of Sarah might involve custody battles or business deals, her persuasion an art form. Brady's concerns for Rachel highlight mental health themes, poignant and real. Sophia and Rachel's plan is youthful rebellion, full of risks like getting caught by authorities. Gwen questioning Kristen reverses their usual roles, Gwen's growth evident. Holly's sorority invite to Ari introduces college drama, potential for jealousy. Brady's confiding in Marlena taps into family therapy vibes. Maggie confiding in Julie evokes Horton legacy. Sarah confronting Xander could lead to ultimatums. Jeremy's advice to Rachel might prevent disaster. Jada's congratulations to Stephanie celebrates female empowerment. Leo pressuring Gwen strains their friendship. Johnny informing Rafe might expose a conspiracy. Kat's break-in attempt is thriller-esque, her motives tied to family secrets. Chanel confiding in Theo strengthens their platonic bond, perhaps hinting at more. To make this even more dramatic, let's speculate. What if Leo's choice leads to a wedding proposal from Dimitri, only for Javi to interrupt? Imagine Maggie's confrontation escalating to disinheritance threats. Stephanie's promotion could attract a stalker, turning Salem into a danger zone. Diving deeper into character psyches, Dimitri's kiss is a desperate bid for control. In his chaotic life, Leo's indecision mirrors real-life dilemmas. Maggie's anger is rooted in loss of Victor. Sarah's comfort to Brady is therapeutic, healing old wounds. Steve's fear for Stephanie recalls his spy days. Kat's question unveils Gwen's vulnerability. Dimitri's invention tests Rafe's detective skills. Kristen's conviction of Sarah exploits Sarah's insecurities. Brady's doctor talk underscores parental guilt. Sophia's plea shows desperation. Gwen's questions to Kristen reveal mutual distrust. Holly's invite foster sisterhood. Brady's confide in Marlena seeks maternal wisdom. Maggie's talk with Julie is nostalgic. Sarah's confrontation with Xander is passionate. Jeremy's advice is cautionary. Jada's congrats is uplifting. Leo's pressure on Gwen is manipulative. Johnny's info to Rafe is pivotal. Kat's break-in is adrenaline-fueled. Channel's confide in Theo is trusting. Expanding on settings, the Demera mansion for Dimitri's kiss opulent, secretive. Brady pub for Leo's talk cozy, public yet intimate. Kyriakis mansion for Maggie's confrontation grand, tense. Park for Sarah and Brady peaceful contrast. Johnson home for Steve and Alex's objections familial, concerned. Square for Kat and Gwen bustling, eavesdrop risky. Police station for Dimitri and Rafe sterile, interrogative. Gardens for Kristen and Sarah beautiful, deceptive. Doctor's office for Brady clinical, emotional. Quarter for Sophia and Rachel clandestine. Event for Gwen and Kristen glamorous, confrontational. College for Holly and Ari youthful. Office for Brady and Marlena professional, personal. Horn home for Maggie and Julie warm. Confrontation spot for Sarah and Xander heated. Wherever for Jeremy and Rachel advisory. Celebration for Jada and Stephanie joyful. Pressure scene for Leo and Gwen urgent. Informing moment for Johnny and Rafe informative. Break-in for Kat shadowy. Confide for Chanel and Theo intimate. To reach the word count, let's add more details. For Dimitri's kiss, the room's chandelier glints, Leo's heart races, Dimitri's hands grip firmly. After, Leo stumbles out, conflicted. Leo's confide, Chad sips coffee, nods empathetically. Shares his own story with Abigail's ghost haunting him. Decision speculation, Javi's bad news could be a breakup scene in tears. Dimitri triumphant but hollow. Maggie's confrontation, she slams a folder, Xander paces, voices rise. Sarah's comfort, she hugs Brady, they share a laugh over past mishaps. Steve and Alex, they show evidence of surveillance, Stephanie defiant. Kat's question, tone curious yet accusatory, Gwen fidgets. Dimitri's story, he fabricates details about an alibi, Rafe notes inconsistencies. Kristen's convinced, she uses flattery, Sarah wavers. Brady's concerns, he lists symptoms, doctor reassures. Sophia's ask, plan involves disguises, escape routes. Gwen questions, direct, Kristen smirks. Holly invites, enthusiastic pitch, Ari considers. Brady confides, Marlena hugs him. Maggie confides, Julie offers tea, wisdom. Sarah confronts, accusations fly, Xander apologizes half-heartedly. Jeremy advises, wise words on consequences. Jada congratulates, high-five, smiles. Leo pressures, insistent pleas, Gwen reluctant. Johnny informs, urgent whisper, Rafe's eyes widen. Kat breaks in, tools clank, close calls. Chanel confides, tears, Theo comforts. And more, Backstories, Dimitri's von Leuschner heritage, Leo's gossip column past. Themes of redemption, love, danger. Speculations, chain reactions, Leo's choice affects Demera business. Maggie's confrontation leads to family rift. Character developments, growth and vulnerability, strength. Why dramatic, heightened emotions, stakes, twists. In conclusion, next week's Days of Our Lives is a tapestry of drama, detail, and depth. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.